I just received my new Lowepro X300-AW. It's the one on this side, and this is my older Lowepro X300. The AW means all weather. They're similar size, but the new X300-AW is slightly bigger, but it is deeper, and I do like that. But I'm still used to the X300 old style. I kind of like the look better. This one, the newer one, kind of, I don't know, it looks a little different to me. I guess I'm just not used to it. I like the logo better on the older X300 with the orange. This one's more of a plain flat black and white. But it does, I believe, carry just a little more gear. It definitely gives you a little more room. So I'll open up the bags and then kind of give you a look of how it sets in there, and so other people could make a decision on what they would like to get. Alright, here's the bags both opened up. The older version right here, and it has, I like the style, the look of it on the inside. It has more like little compartments, put business cards, extra pens, little pocket up here. You can put white balance cards in here. Another extra pocket under here for SD and CF cards. See-through pockets, just like the new one. But as you see over here, this one's more basic. They're clear pockets, so yeah, it will be easier to maybe locate something because it's all right there, nice and clear. You can see right through the pockets. This one has the same thing. But there's smaller pockets on the older bag. In the newer bag, the one thing that's pretty cool is they have deeper room in the bottom for to give you a little more space, mattering how you want to configure your bag, maybe for flash or different lenses, bigger lenses. My biggest lens right now is just the 70 to 200, but I put another folding insert on the bottom just to support the bottom of my lens. So just to show you, let me put this lens cap back on. But just to show you, how I have mine configured. Another thing that I like is this new insert up here. There's 3 of them, and each one of these pockets up here, and then they have a little fill-in piece that you could put to block, to divide it. But I kind of like that. Same thing over here. It's deeper down there. I just put this insert in here just to support the lens a little better when traveling or moving around. I have 3 bodies in here. I have 2 full-size, full-frame Nikon cameras. And then I have a little D5100, a little backup extra camera. Plus, if I ever want to do video, it's good just to have. Set it right over there. I have a portable hard drive that fits right up inside here. It's actually really deep down there. But, little portable hard drive. Has its own little storage that I put inside here. I like to keep that in there, so when I'm shooting with a second shooter, I can get all my images that same day. I carry around a portable power converter, good for charging batteries and stuff if you're out on location. It also works good for strobes. That's the Vagabond Mini. Really cool, keeps charges for a real long time. It's also good for your laptops and stuff like that. And charging your phone or anything when you're out on the road. Got my little 50mm 1.4. Down here I have a 2x Nikon teleconverter. Over here, just a bunch of odds and ends cords. This pouch actually came with the original X300 roller. But I use it, I have all my little extra cords, USB cords, trigger cords, stuff like that. This is deeper on this side compared to the older bag. The older bag, I couldn't leave my soft boxes on the tops of my SB900s. They were just too long. But in this bag, again, it has the deeper recess that goes down inside here. So it gives it, I would say, looks like a good inch deeper over here. So when you're putting in your sorry, when you're putting in your flashes, and they sit flush with the bag. You know, I have a 14 to 24 down in here. It fits down in there nice and deep. There's still probably, I would say, a good inch or so above the lens cap, so there's actually more room. Before, it was almost flush with my other bag. Let me see. Here I have it in my older X300, and as you can see, not quite flush, but there's definitely a good ½ inch to maybe an inch difference in depth for storage on the sides. Up over on the top over here, I have my 105 VR macro. Fits in there nice, and again, it's actually sitting down there a good 2 inches from the top. There's a 70 to 200 full size, full frame lens, and there's the 24 to 70 2.8 down here, and there's still room in the middle. I threw some rain sleeves in here, and then just a light meter to just take up a little, advantage of the space. There's still plenty of room. It's not in there too tight. It's not smashing nothing. Nice and it's not like it's compact or shoved in there or jammed in there. But there's a lot of room in this bag. I just picked it up today. It's one of the first new Lowepro X300s out on the market right now. It just was released, I believe, this week, honestly. And I'll show you a little more comparisons around the bag. Alright, here we go from the top. They both have Tsa Locks. Here's the problem with my older X300. There's probably a good 40-50 pounds of weight in here when it's fully loaded with all my gear. But one day when I was removing my bag from the car and I pulled up, that actually just snapped and my bag actually fell to the ground. It was only maybe 6 inches to a foot off the ground. But I was very disappointed with this. It's weird. It has this like plastic sleeve thing in here, and then the bolt goes through here, and then somehow bolts are fastened to the inside of the bag. But boom, I mean, it aggravated me a lot. Now this newer X300, it's very padded up here, but they actually have thick nylon. Then it looks like it's also sewn in here, plus it has the rivet. It seems like it's way more sturdier, I hope, but we'll see as time goes by. But that is the main reason why I switched bags and I got the new one. I like Lowepro. I have a Lowepro backpack. I've had Lowepro smaller cameras. Like, has nice little pockets in here to put like laptops. I also put like my planner and stuff in here. You have a nice little, another one up here where, you could put like, actually I have my tripod leg holder inside here. Plus I also sometimes put larger or mid-size reflectors in here. And this one, it doesn't quite have as big of a pocket in front, but I do still have like a gray card reflector, a little cheapy one that I use sometimes inside there. I would say it's about 8 to 10 inches. I still haven't put all my gear in here, but little white balance cards or gray cards. I'd be able to put business cards, extra ink pens, extra little stuff up here. Now, when it comes to laptops, this is why I like the X300s. They do hold bigger laptops. I actually have my planner in here, which is right here. Full-size planner, thick, it's a big, thick leather planner, but also what I have in here is an 18.5-inch tablet. So when I'm meeting up with guests, I don't have to bring books or anything like that. I just pull out my tablet, and they can see the high-res images for themselves, zoom in, and really see the difference between lower quality, images. They can really check out, the definition and the sharpness. So I really like that. I mean, it slides right in there, and there's still room. That's 18.5-inch, basically an all-in-one computer that I use as a tablet. And again, in that same little slot, I can fit my planner right in the front of it. They do fit in here. It's a little tighter in this, but I do like that this one zips up. This one doesn't. Now with the Tsa Locks, they're a little bit different now on this newer bag. This goes like this, and then they slide into here, which on this one, the older one, which I kind of like, it actually has a cord that you pull out, and it goes through all the different loops. It goes through like this loop, and it goes through this loop, and you can even pull it through this one. So when you have all your zippers over here, you put it through this lock, you lock it up, and now all your zippers are nice, they're locked. Nobody's going to be getting easy access to your bag. With this one, it only locks these two. It only locks the one that actually holds your cameras, you're housing your cameras. Now it does have it where you can put another little padlock in there if you want, but then that would defeat the TSA for travel. But maybe if you're just out on the road or in a location you want to lock it up, it still does have room to put your own little lock in here. But as of these other ones, that zipper's on the other side, so there is no locking this little pouch up, and there is nothing locking this up. So, I'm not sure why they didn't put a zipper on it, seeing that it would be carrying mostly laptops and stuff like that, but it doesn't have it. This one is a little thicker. It does feel pretty heavy duty. The old X300, one of the reasons why I bought it, but I really did hardly ever use it, was this little thing right here. You pull that out, there's a little knob that's inside here where you can attach flashes, like strobe lights, stuff like this, and use this as like a tripod on the road. If you didn't bring your regular tripod with you. This one over here loses that feature, and it's just a regular standard handle. Again, I'm not sure exactly why they didn't incorporate this into the new one, but they didn't. Now into the back of the bag. Another thing that I liked about the older X300 is it has this little kickstand. So you could lean the bag back, and it leans onto this kickstand. But I'm going to be honest, when you have 40 to 50 pounds of weight in here, this thing goes like this. It bends. And it's bent straight in half. So I never really trust it anymore. I'm surprised they didn't make that with some kind of metal or something in there. But I did like that feature. It was one of the reasons why I also like this bag, plus the tripod mount on the top. The tires on the side, as you can see, they're on the outside. They're nice tires. They're quiet. They seem to be a little bowed out now that I look at, but I can't remember if that's the design. Now, when you go to the new one, it looks like they're using like a rollerblade tire. It's a lot thicker rubber, and the wheel is more secure and fastened inside this. This is like a pretty hard plastic, or it's like a rubbery plastic, but it definitely looks like way bigger, more, I don't know, a solider tire, but it looks like it would definitely be more of a rollerblade tire. They both have kind of a little flap in the bottom, so when you run up against maybe steps or stuff like this. This one's more rounded. It's actually a little more heavier duty, but again, for when you're coming up steps and stuff like that, or little rough things, maybe even high grass or like rocks and stuff like that. But that's that. In the back, I have my little my business cards here, and this one, it's a bigger pouch in the back, but this one actually in here, because it's an AW, comes with the raincoat that pulls over top of the whole bag. That's kind of cool. I like that. There's also, there's the where you put your business cards or whatever you want to put inside here, but there's that little pouch inside here. But this all tucks inside there, and I like that. I like having the rain thing. You know, every once in a while we get out in inclement weather and it starts to sprinkle or lightly rain, and we're rushing to our car. With this, you can rest a bit more easy, knowing that chances of your equipment getting wet is kind of slim. It comes with all kinds of extra inserts. These are the ones that I'm not using. You know, these are just from this bag alone, the new bag. I mean, there's a bunch of extra ones. There's another extra pouch. It came with 2 of these. You know, just a little pouch, you know, to put accessories in. I have one inside the new bag, and then I have one of my old ones. But overall, the quality looks good. Here's on this side. I guess this is where you put your tripods now on this bag. It mounts on the side. This metal, is that a latch? Yeah, it's kind of a latch. It looks like you can undo this. That's kind of thin, but you're only putting tripods on here. You're not going to have huge weight on here, but it does seem to look pretty sturdy. This is very thick plastic, I guess, over here, really hard plastic. But it looks like you can pinch this and take this off if you wanted to and remove it. But these are to secure your tripods. On the old bag, their secure system, which was kind of cool. I really hardly ever used it, to be honest, but it came with this this foot, so you could let me get it out of here, and it would attach to this attachment that's down here, and then you would put the feet inside here, and then strap the rest of the tripod. You would hold it with another thing up here that would latch to it. So it would keep the tripod on the outside. Good and bad. If you have your laptop and stuff in here, we always stress of, you know, how much pressure is being put on the top of a laptop or whatever. Is it pushing in on my screen too much? With it on the side, you don't really have to worry about that. All the weight's on the side. You don't have to worry about, you know, when you set the bag back up, if the tripod was here, hitting up against a wall or something, and then maybe putting too much pressure on your screen or your laptop on the inside. Which on this one, you know, it's dangling out, you know, a good 5 or 6 inches off the edge of your bag. So it's good, but it's different for me because this is all new. I'm still going to have to adjust to it. On the older X300s, they have this rubber, like it looks like to protect the edges. The new one, I just noticed, really doesn't have none of that. It doesn't have no rubber up here, like a pretty heavy rubber. But it looks a lot, I'm going to be honest, it looks a lot like a think tank bag from what I remember when I was looking. You know, it's a little more, I guess you would want to say, low-key or plainer. Maybe where somebody wouldn't think of it as a camera bag compared to this one. But, so I don't know if they're going for more of a low-key look. It doesn't look bad, but it's still different for me. Like this one, to me, honestly, just looks a bit more flashy. The lock mechanism is a bit bigger on the side. This, and compared to this little tiny one over here. You know, but all in all, I mean, I like Lowepro. You know, they do have good quality, but this handle does bother me. I'm sure I can probably somehow fasten it, or, you know, get some better bolts, honestly, and just kind of fasten it or secure it better. But, you know, I'm just being honest, it did frustrate me a whole bunch. Customer support with Lowepro, they were very good with me when I called them on that, and, you know, to take care of my situation. And but other than that, I mean, it's a good bag. It really holds a lot of gear in there, as you've seen. Let me put this back down. Alright, I did want to mention, the feel on this bag is more of like, I don't know, like a hard, not hard, but a good canvas. This one's more, it's definitely, this one feels more solid or sturdy. It's like a vinyl compared to this being more like a canvas. There's like a stretchy material on the edge, which is cool because, like, I can see that my laptop is, or my tablet is all the way down to this. This is a stretchy material. You can see stretches. This is solid. This you're not stretching this really. I mean, it will bulge out, but like it's almost like a bungee kind of material, so it gives you more stretch room. But this one definitely feels a lot thicker. You know, this is the older one. This is the X300. This is the new one. I mean, this is a lot of stuff that we're probably not even really consider in the field unless you travel a lot. I honestly do not travel out of state a lot. I'm more of a local photographer. But, so the TSA lock is no real big deal, but it is cool to have a lock on your bag when you need it, when you want to leave your bag for a little bit somewhere. This one over here, the old X300, that little cord that came out, you could have actually secured that more towards like a pole or something if you wanted to, and still put it through the loops. Which this one you can't. Not that I'm going to leave my bag anywhere, especially in these days where everybody's afraid that there's a bomb in something. But being honest, it's there's some features back and forth. I'm going to show you the bottoms of the bags. They're similar, but they're different. I do like the look in on the bottom of these bags on the newer model. This one's a little more plain. As I said, the wheels are looking like they're kind of bent, like maybe warped from weight. This one looks like it will definitely be more secure. I'll update as time goes by, but I just wanted to put this video out here so other people looking for bags can, you know, give it a look. You know, again, it has the nylon, real strong, like nylon, like canvas nylon on the sides of that handle too. I never had a problem with the handle on the other bag on the side, but I don't carry it from the side that often. But there it is again to show you the inside of the bag. I could actually probably make this bag to fit just a little more if I want, but that's about my average kit right there. 2 SB900s, 2 SB600s down there and here. Wait. Yeah, right here I have 2 SB400s that I just have in there as backups. You know, you got the full Trinity. So you got 6 flashes in here, 3 camera bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So with these 2 lenses, 5, and then the doubler down there. So basically almost 6 lenses inside this bag. There is room on the sides if I wanted to. I could probably make another compartment over here, or take this lens off the body and have enough room definitely for 2 more lenses right here. And the same thing up there, I probably can make more room. But this is the way I like to set my bag up. It's basically the same way I had this bag set up. It's just the newer one is deeper. I do like that. The gear sits down in there better. And but, you know, as I said, we'll see how it holds up during time. Again, this one was the Pro Roller X300. And this one is the Pro Roller X300-AW. So I'm going to finish setting my bag up, and I'll upload this video to help other people, you know, decide what bag they might want. That's how I look for my gear. I always watch other people's reviews, get honest reviews where, you know, you're kind of impartial to anybody. You don't, you know, I do like the Lowepro brand, so, you know, that's what I kind of stay loyal to, but, you know, just let other people see it so they can make an informed decision. Thank you.